The silent massacre. Thousands of birds fall from the sky every night, and nobody knows why. This morning in New York, more than 300 birds were found dead in front of a single building. Their bodies perfect, no visible wounds, as if they simply fell from the sky. But here's what's truly terrifying. This isn't an isolated incident. It's happening right now as you watch this video, in every city, every night. And what I'm about to reveal in the next few minutes will completely change the way you see your city, because you could be part of the problem without even knowing it. Stay until the end, because I'm going to show you the footage the media doesn't want you to see, and the recent discovery that has scientists completely baffled. Welcome. I'm Hidden Abyss TV. If you're new here, this channel documents the most disturbing mysteries of nature that no one else dares to tell. Subscribe and hit the bell, because this topic needs to be seen by millions. Every fall and spring, more than 4 billion birds migrate over North America. They travel thousands of miles, navigating by instinct across entire continents. But there's a problem. Our cities have become death traps. Scientists call it structural collisions, but that clinical term hides a brutal truth. Between 365 million and 1 billion birds die every year crashing into buildings. Let me repeat that. Up to 1 billion birds every single year. And remember that question I asked at the beginning about the recent discovery that has scientists baffled? We'll get there, but first you need to understand how this all started. For millions of years, birds migrated using the stars, the moon, and Earth's magnetic fields as natural GPS. But then, in the last blink of evolutionary history, humans did something nature had never seen. We illuminated the night. In 1886, the Statue of Liberty was built. Its bright torch caused the first documented massacre. Hundreds of dead birds at dawn. Newspapers reported it as a curiosity. No one imagined it was just the beginning. But there's something that makes certain buildings much more deadly than others, and you probably have one near your house. Today, North America has more than 5.5 billion buildings, and every night they're like giant beacons that tell birds, "Come here," straight to their death. And here's where the story gets really disturbing. Migratory birds travel mainly at night. They use darkness as protection from predators. But when they see artificial light, something in their brain short circuits. They feel attracted to it, like moths to a flame. Scientists call this phototactic disorientation. Birds become trapped in halos of light, flying in circles until exhaustion. And here's the answer to what I promised you. Migratory birds travel mainly at night. They use darkness as protection from predators. But when they see artificial light, something in their brain short circuits. They feel attracted to it, like moths to a flame. Scientists call this phototactic disorientation. Birds become trapped in halos of light, flying in circles until exhaustion. And here's the answer to what I promised you. The deadliest buildings aren't the tallest ones. They're those with 3 specific characteristics. 1. Reflective glass that simulates sky or vegetation. 2. Intense nighttime illumination. 3. Location on main migratory routes. Number 1 on the blacklist, the Javits Center in New York. More than 5,000 documented bird deaths in a single season. But in 2021, they discovered something in these dead birds that nobody expected. But there are deadly buildings in every major city. Houston, Chicago, Toronto, Los Angeles, the list goes on. And that discovery I mentioned at the beginning, we're about to get there. But first, let me show you something you've never seen. Every morning in cities around the world, there are volunteers who walk the streets looking for bodies. They call it collision patrols, and what they find is devastating. Warblers, thrushes, colorful wrens that traveled from South America, all dead. But here's what really breaks my heart. Many of these birds don't die from the initial impact. They survive, stunned with concussions. They crawl under bushes or into dark corners and die slowly over hours, alone, scared. This is a yellow-throated warbler. It weighs less than 2 pounds. It flew 3,000 kilometers from Costa Rica. It will never reach its destination. And now, that 2021 discovery. Remember at the beginning, I told you there was a recent discovery that has scientists completely baffled? It's time to reveal it. In 2021, ornithologists from Chicago's Field Museum did something no one had done before. They analyzed the specific migratory routes of birds that died and compared them with weather radar data. They discovered that the nights with highest mortality weren't the darkest or the brightest. They were nights with low clouds. Clouds reflect city light upward, creating a light dome that disorients birds kilometers away. It's like an invisible trap the size of an entire city. And here's the part that keeps me up at night. Climate change is creating more cloudy nights, more rain, more fog. The massacre is accelerating. But there's a solution that works, and it's so simple you're going to get angry. Models predict that by 2050, mortality could double, unless we do something now. Here's the solution I promised you, and it's ridiculously simple. Turn off the lights. Yes, that's it. Programs like Lights Out in cities like Toronto and New York ask buildings to turn off decorative lights during migration season. The results? 60 to 80% mortality reduction. The Javits Center, America's deadliest building, installed specialized glass and reduced its death count by 90%. Remember when I said you could be part of the problem without knowing it? Here's the truth. Every light you leave on unnecessarily at night, every illuminated window in empty office buildings, every decorative beacon is a death signal for these birds. But it also means you can be part of the solution. Here's what you can do today. If you have large windows, turn off unnecessary lights at night during spring and fall. Contact commercial buildings in your city and ask them to join Lights Out programs. Share this video. We need millions to see this. These birds have flown for millions of years. They survived storms, deserts, oceans. They shouldn't die from something as simple as a light. If this video impacted you, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And leave me in the comments, had you heard about this before? Does your city have a Lights Out program? The next video in this series will be even more disturbing. Don't miss it. I'm Hidden Abyss TV, and remember, nature is screaming. We just need to listen.